All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What is going on, SHIPIT Nation YouTube station? February 17th, Saturday, NHL quick hit for the 6-game slate on FanDuel and DraftKings. If you guys are new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Helps us out a ton here. And if you are not a member yet, head over to SHIPITNation.com. Click on Join Now and use that promo code DGEN15 with the merger of DGEN75 and SHIPIT Nation. We got you the best of both worlds. Added additional sports, as you see there, NASCAR and college football, along with amazing PGA Showdown content, projections, all of his Rosetta Stone information for PGA, college football, NFL, all the sports that he covers. We rolled that all in under one umbrella here at the SHIPIT Nation. Bigger and better than ever before. Use promo code DGEN15. Gets you 15% off whatever package you do choose, and get in the best community in the industry with the best minds, the best like-minded individuals in the Discord chat. No tilting, just members helping members. Us coordinators are in there helping each other break down slates, talk through lineup construction, process questions, just overall having a great time. So use that promo code DGEN15. If you are not a member, get you 15% off any membership plan you do choose there. As always, I'm going to talk through favorite stacks, favorite value plays at each position, a couple favorite goalies here tonight. Got a pretty nice slate here tonight, looking to chase some more tickets and some more entries and build that bankroll up a little bit for next week. Obviously, the NBA All-Star break on. So NHL is going to be the pivotal piece here on the docket the next week. We got you covered here at the Nation. Let's jump right in tonight. Let's talk about the chalk of the slate here tonight. It's these Toronto Maple Leafs heading into facing these Anaheim Ducks here at home. Anaheim 19-34 on the year, 6.5 total in this one. Anaheim's not a great team, especially on the road. They give up a lot of goals here, a lot of high danger chances. And on the flip side, Toronto here coming off of back-to-back wins, beating St. Louis, beating Philly. Before that, beating Dallas, which was a good one. Toronto's playing good hockey right now. It's definitely on the back of Austin Matthews, who's coming off a hat trick in 22 minutes last game against Philly. He's in a fantastic spot here again. Really like going right back to the well with Austin Matthews, Mitchell Marner, and Matthew Knees here. But you can also play these other guys, right? Guys like Max Domi, Holmberg, Robertson on that third line for cheaper if you need to jump down, or going to the second line with Tavares, Bertuzzi, and Nylander. Nylander at 8,300, Tavares and Bertuzzi. That second line is probably a little bit lower owned than that top line. Obviously, Matthews is going to garner a ton of ownership here, but Bertuzzi is 3,700. That's a nice value play there. Tavares has a nice price point there. So overall, Toronto top stack of the day. Hard to ignore the spot. You just got to get a little bit different when you're playing them. And then Timothy Liljegren is just way, way too cheap at 3,500 at the D-man position, top line, top power play with the injuries there for Toronto. So really, really like Toronto here tonight. My top stack of the evening. Let's jump into my second favorite stack here tonight. We're talking the Columbus Blue Jackets here. Don't talk about this team too much, but outside of a matchup here like this one we have with both these teams are pretty equivalent, 16-36 for the Blue Jackets, 15-38 for the Sharks here. Sharks are at home. I give the lean to Columbus. Columbus is just playing better hockey here, in my opinion here. Not better hockey, but I just like Columbus. I like the players more for Columbus here overall. So I'm going to side with Columbus in this one. I get it, right? Sharks are at home. They are coming off a 6-3 win over Calgary, which was a good win there in Calgary. I'm not going to buy it here. I'm going to the Columbus side. I think Columbus beats the Sharks up here pretty good tonight. Really like Boone Jenner, Gaudreau, and Roslovic, that top line. Really like those guys quite a bit, but don't sleep on this Kirill Marchenko, Chinikov, and Vornikov line here. A bunch of Kovs, all the Kovs here on the second line for Columbus. Line one, line two, Really like Boone Jenner. Boone Jenner is playing great hockey right now, even coming off of back-to-back losses, right? Tampa and Ottawa, 2 tough spots there. Boone Jenner, his price keeps falling here. He's coming off of 24 and 26 DraftKings points, and he's priced at 5.7K, getting top line, top power play, going to play 21 to 23 minutes. Really like him quite a bit. Johnny Gaudreau's got a fair price point. Roslovic's got a fair price point. Everyone in this spot is fairly priced and draw amazing matchups on the other end of the puck here with the Sharks. So I like Columbus quite a bit here tonight. My third favorite team is going to be Washington Capitals here on the road to face Montreal. Really like this top line, Oshie, Ovechkin, Dylan Strome, playing pretty solid hockey overall. Washington coming off back-to-back losses. Before that, they lost 6 straight. Threw a win in there in the middle of that in Boston where they shut Boston out. But Ovi's back, Oshie's back, Dylan Strome. I like those 3 quite a bit. Add in a John Carlson. I really like that stack here. Think they can score. They all have above average matchups here against Montreal. So I do like the Capitals here. And then 2 other teams you can look at here is going to be the Flyers and the Hurricanes here. Let's start with the Flyers here. Tougher spot here with New Jersey. But I just think the Flyers can hang in there. Flyers are playing pretty good hockey right now. They're 4-1, in the last 5. Coming off a tough loss last game to Toronto in Toronto, which we talked about obviously here. So I don't mind these Flyers here against Jersey. Looking at the numbers for Jersey at home, Jersey gives up over 3.5 goals on game per game on average here. They give up above the league average in terms of high danger chances against here. Philly's not the best road scoring team, but they do have some positive goal regression, I think, coming their way when you look at the expected goals against numbers here for the Flyers and expected goals scored. I think the Flyers can be a low-owned GPP stack here tonight. Konechny's my favorite Flyer by far. He's playing great. You can pair him with Tippett and Courtier on that top line. Those guys, I like those guys quite a bit. And then it's Morgan Frost, Farabee, and Atkinson line. That second line, I typically like second liners a little bit more on the road. These guys have above average matchups. Jersey's not the same team this year as they were last year here. You can score on Jersey. Both these teams are pretty evenly matched. Jersey is at home, but I still think Philly comes in, takes them. Philly, my favorite dog on the slate, so I do like these Philly guys quite a bit. Top line and second line, I think, are my preferred guys. That second line, if you need salary and savings, I think is great plays or are great plays here tonight as well. Let's jump into some value plays at each position here, starting with the center position, sub 4K guys you can take a look at here. Let's start with the first guy, Connor McMichael here, second liner, second power play for Washington. Talked about liking Washington quite a bit here. Gets a matchup that is the second best in the league. Montreal ranks 30th in the entire NHL in terms of defense versus position when you're talking centers versus this Montreal team. So Connor McMichael, he's averaging over 2.5 shots on goal per game over the last 5 as well, playing close to 16 to 18 minutes. So do like him quite a bit. He's averaging right around 10 DraftKings points per game over the last 5. So I think he's a solid play at his price point. Another value guy, Max Domi, highest favorite on the slate at home against Anaheim, who ranks 20th in the league. He's averaging over 2 shots on goal per game, and he's just 2.9K. Max Domi, probably the best value from the center position on the slate, given the matchup, given the spot. So I do like him quite a bit. And then one more guy for you, or 2 more guys, excuse me, both on Philly. Talked about liking Philly a little bit here against Jersey. It's going to be Ryan Poehling and Scott Lawton. Both these guys are fair priced here. 2.9K, 2.6K. Lawton at 2.6K getting power play time. Going to play 14 to 15 minutes here at basically still a minimum and getting power play time. I like him quite a bit. But Poehling at 2.9K, he's getting 17 minutes, 17 to 19 minutes, and he's 2.9K in a matchup here against Jersey, who ranks 22nd in the NHL against center. So a couple value centers there for you guys you can take a look at here. Let's jump into some value wings on the slate. First guy I'm going to bring up for you is going to be a tough spot here, but don't like this game overall. But I do think you can go to a guy like Connor Garland here, 3.5K for Vancouver as a one-off, because Winnipeg ranks 31st in the NHL against wings here, in particular right wings. Garland's playing pretty good hockey right now, averaging over 12 DraftKings points per game over the last 5. He's coming off, obviously, big games against Washington, big game against Chicago. let down against Detroit, who plays pretty solid hockey overall. But, I mean, you're going to see probably 12 to 15 minutes here expected out of Garland at 3.5K in a matchup against Winnipeg, who struggle against right wings, excuse me. So don't mind that play there too much. Some other guys you can look at, Michael Bunting, for Carolina here, 3.8K. Top line on the power play there, second liner on the road in Vegas. Vegas ranks 25th in the NHL for defense versus left wings as well here. Bunting averaging over 2.5 shots on goal per game over the last 5. He's going to get you, 15 to 18 minutes expected here in a pretty good matchup. I do like Carolina a little bit in this spot. Don't like that game a ton overall, but if I had to pick a side, it'd be Carolina. So I do like Michael Bunting there as a value guy. And then the last value guy I'll bring up, or two more, First guy, Tyler Bertuzzi. Again, going back to the well, Toronto's going to be the highest owned team on the slate. Bertuzzi, 3.7K here in a matchup against Anaheim. That's pretty cheap there, so I do like Bertuzzi quite a bit. And then the last guy I will bring up is Alexius Protas here for Washington. Talked about liking this matchup. Montreal ranks 30th in the NHL against left wings. Protas, 2.9K here, averaging over 2 shots on goal per game over the last 5. Not a ton of minutes, 10 to 12 minutes expected out of him. But when he's out there, he fires the puck, and you can do worse for $400 over min price. So I do like those guys quite a bit. Let's jump into the value D-men position here. First guy I'm going to bring up is Marc-Edouard Vlasic here for the San Jose Sharks. Like this game to go back and forth. Columbus isn't the best team against D-men, and Vlasic is playing a ton of minutes, 18 to 20 minutes expected out of him. He's blocking shots, and he's firing the puck. He's doing it all. He's averaging over 16 DK points per game over the last 5, so I do like Vlasic quite a bit here. Another guy I like quite a bit here on this slate is going to be Timothy Liljegren. He's probably going to be pretty chalky here. 3.5K getting top power play time with the heaviest total on the slate. So I really, really like Timothy Liljegren at 3.5K. And then one more guy you can look at down here as a value guy is, let me see here. Hold on one second. Is going to be Ivan Provorov here. 3.8K, second line, second power play, gets the best matchup on the slate, right? D-men against San Jose Sharks. He's going to play all the minutes he can handle, 22 minutes, roughly 21 to 22 minutes. Doesn't do a ton, but when he's out there, he's firing the puck and he's blocking shots, gets you solid floor with some upside, gets you some power play time as well. So I don't hate that play there as well. Let's jump into some goalies on the slate. I'll give you my 3 favorite goalies that I'm looking to play here tonight on this 6-gamer. Start with the top goalie that I'm looking at on the slate. It's going to be Elvis Merzlikins here. Talked about liking Columbus in that late night hammer game there. He is on the road. He is only 8K. He's likely the chalk of the slate. I think a lot of people go there in cash. He's projected to be the highest on goalie right now on the slate. So I think he's fine. Second guy, Thatcher Demko here. He's actually the highest projected fantasy point guy right now as it stands on this slate. That game right there in Winnipeg and Vancouver is only a 5.5 total. Both those teams are pretty evenly matched. Demko is at home, 7,800 here, favored. So I do like Demko at 7.8K. And then my favorite, actually not my favorite, but another guy that's just too cheap for the spot he's in. I mean, he's the heaviest favorite on the slate. He's still minimum price. Martin Jones. Between Martin Jones and Merzlikins, that's where pretty much all the ownership's going to go. So you pretty much play anyone else in goalie tonight, you're going to be different. But hard to ignore Martin Jones. I mean, he's a minus 300 plus favorite, right? Minus 320 favorite at home. Still in minimum pricing against Anaheim. Hard to ignore that spot. That's probably where I'm going to go and just eat that chalk there and get different elsewhere. But that's all 6 games. As always, my final content slate plan is already live for SHIPIT Nation subscribers up on the website. Our matchup sheet is in the website as well. My core plays will be up. I've been in the Discord answering questions, talking with members all day. We got other members in there. Obviously, uptick in NHL, right, with the NBA All-Star break, and no better time than now to get in. Check us out. Ride the wave with us and ship all the contests this week for NHL. Keeping this train rolling, keeping this rocket ship launching. Let's do it again tonight for myself, Nadesify. Good luck tonight in your contest. Hope to see those SHIPIT Nation logos at the top. Let's ship it.